Hello and welcome everybody for today's lesson where we want to attack the topic of motivation or the lack of motivation. You see, many of you and your brothers, sisters, they ask me, what do I do if I lack motivation? The sad thing is that there is nobody who could, over a long period of time, spark a motivation in you. Not me, not any guru, nobody. You have to develop your own internal motivation. And let me explain. Your motivation in the beginning is just like the fire of a small candle. It's just a flame. And whenever there's the slightest obstacle, like the slightest blue of wind, your flame of this candle can go out. And what do you do then? The flame is out, you don't have any more motivation. You need somebody to light your candle again, some motivational speaker, some external force. And then another wind came by and your candle is out again. And you crave for the next motivational speech and you light the candle. But still, your motivation will always remain a small, tiny, vulnerable candle. But what you want to do is you want to protect this small flame. You want to protect it against the wind, against the storms. And slowly you want to fuel it until this little candle turns into a roaring storm of fire. And how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you fuel your flame? How do you protect it? You don't do it by looking for external motivational speakers or some extrinsic force. You really have to go inside. And you have to go inside very, very deep where the pain is hidden, where all your desires are hidden. We already spoke about the two driving forces behind all of your actions, and those are pain and desire. But first, you have to really find out what are your deepest pains, what are your fears, and what are your desires. So again, I encourage you to go back to the lessons where I spoke about pain and desire. You answer those questions for yourself. This could be maybe the 10 most valuable minutes of your life, really figuring out what drives you in your life. And then you can use this drive, this motivation, to fuel your goals, your aspirations, whatever they might be. In that simple case, it's just finishing a small challenge. But how do you face all the other obstacles in your life if you're not able to show the discipline and the motivation to follow through upon an easy, good feeling 40-minute yoga practice? Really, ask yourself, how do you face life challenges when shit really hits the fan? When your loved one dies, when you lose your job, when you face illness, whatever. How do you face those things? How do you stay motivated in your life? How do you stay driven and really strive for joy and happiness if you can't even persist a small yoga challenge? So I encourage you, this is no offense. This is just an encouragement of you to really go inside. Ask yourself those honest questions, write them down. And every time you lack motivation, you look at your pains, you look at your desires, and those desires will be stronger than the small resistance of working out, doing a practice, meditating, whatever. Those pains, those desires have to and will be stronger than any of those resistances. And by doing this, you will automatically be motivated. And the more often you do it, the bigger your flame gets, until it is this roaring fire that nobody can ever stop. I hope this makes sense for you. There is even another step that you could add on top of that. It is about accountability, but I think this video has already been long enough. I hope this gave you a little bit of external motivation to fuel your internal motivation, because that is the place where you fuel the flame. That is the place where you develop the roaring storm of fire. All right, so do answer those questions for yourself, scroll down, do today's practice, and we see us again tomorrow in the next video.